Namaste and hello everyone. Welcome to Chastity 108. In this video, I'm going to present a knowledgeable discussion between a reader and an author. The author is an expert in the field of medicine. The reader wrote a letter to author asking many doubts regarding semen, sexual force and its impact on our health. The author answered those questions in a scientific manner, in a medical point of view. This discussion is very knowledgeable and it is taken from the book Modern Science Discovered the Physiological Value of Continence. In this video, many of your doubts regarding semen, sexual force and its impact will be resolved. So watch this video carefully till the end and update your knowledge. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. The first question asked by the reader is, I was wondering if the draining at any time of the lecithin and phosphorus and other valuable substances during any sexual act hindered achievement of the higher intellectuality, and if the brain and body were debilitated. Please answer this question. The answer is, you ask whether the draining from the body of lecithin and phosphorus through the sexual act will hinder the highest intellectual achievement and debilitate body and brain. Most definitely, this is the case. The loss of these nerve and brain foods through sexual indulgence in any form deprives the nerves and brain of needed nourishment and leads to nervous and mental disorders. Our insane asylums are now overfilled with victims of thoughtless sexual indulgence, which has withdrawn valuable nutrients from the brain and disorder its functioning. These pitiful individuals, when in possession of their normal brain structure, never realized that with each discharge of seminal fluid, they are pouring forth the very substance of their nerves and brain, until a time is reached when their brain is so sapped of lecithin that it ceases to function. Measurements have shown an actual decrease in the lecithin content of the brains of the insane. This was due to previous sex indulgence, as a result of which the sex glands took up the blood's lecithin to replace expanded fluids. The greatest intellectual geniuses in both ancient and modern times led continent lives, and there is yet to be recorded one individual who freely expended seminal fluid who ever amounted to anything. The second question is, I do not understand the very function of the sexual apparatus. Here the answer is, it has two functions: internal secretion, which is primary, and reproduction, which is secondary. Any other use of these endocrine organs is a perversion which will reap its penalty in the form of nervous disorder and premature old age and death. The third request by the reader is, please send me any literature that you have on hand concerning this matter and I will greatly appreciate it. Also refer me to some excellent books which will cover this subject in full. I beg of you. Here the answer is, you ask me for good literature on sex questioning. Permit me to introduce to you some of the most daring and original writers in this field. Melville Keith, MD. The following is quoted from his work, The Marriage Law. We tell you that at every emission of semen you are losing the food and the best portion of the blood corpuscles, inasmuch as every particle of semen which is ejected will be replaced by more taken from the blood. This is enough to convince you that when you are ejecting the semen, which should stay in the body and become reabsorbed so as to go and form the oil for the joints, new muscles, the brain material, as well as every other part of the body, you are really destroying or throwing away your life. You will see this penalty all around you, and there is no place where you may go but you will see the fruits of this sexual indulgence to excess. The penalty may be denied, and all these diseases may be attributed to every other cause under the sun, but you will be right in laying it at the proper place. And this is to the sexual drain which has sapped the blood corpuscles of the victim before you. We assure you nothing can be so very enervating as this sexual excess, and any sexual mating is an excess providing it is not for the purpose of having children. The penalty for the disobedience of this law is in the shortened lives, an increased amount of disease which are everywhere around us. The resemblance of the sexual orgasm to the epileptic attack has been noted by many authors. The sudden withdrawal of calcium produced by the seminal discharge biochemically produces the tetany-like symptoms and orgasm. The fourth request is, I am having great difficulty to understand how a person as myself can store up vast amounts of sex forces without expending it. The answer is, to do so is easily accomplished if you try the right methods. In my booklet, Diet and Sex, I show how it is possible through a low-protein vegetarian diet to control the sexual impulses, and how debilitating nocturnal emission may be made to cease forever, since involuntary sexual losses are as debilitating as voluntary ones. For the same, lecithin and cholesterol are lost. The morning after a nocturnal emission, you will notice that the nerves are weakened and the body cannot stand the cold as well. Friends, we will continue this type of video in future. Please subscribe, like and share this video. Thank you very much.